Good afternoon, everyone. Mr. Sunshine, Locksmith Eddy coming to you live right here in sunny South Florida. Today, we have a 1980 Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith that the horn does not work anymore. So we diagnosed it down to the horn contact switch inside behind this pad. So what we did was we got ourselves another one. As you can see this, you can see how it is mounted here. The prong on the back. There's the horn pad connection surrounded by the plastic housing to keep it from grounding out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this off, replace it with this, and get the horn back up and running. First and foremost, what we want to do is we want to take our screwdrivers and gently pry the center cap off of this Rolls-Royce. This is a Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith 1980. They're all basically the same from 1967 all the way up into the Silver Spur and Silver Spur and Silver Spirits. As you can see, we take this off. We have the spring here along with the horn pad. We'll set that aside right now. And as you can see, we have 3 screws here. 3 screws. You can see now the terminal here has been worn away. This particular model only has 77,000 original miles. I'm actually the second owner of this automobile. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the screws out. Now, you can disconnect the battery, but the fact is, when the key is in the off position, all the electrics are off, other than the flashers and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry about grounding or shorting anything out here on this particular automobile. So we're going to put the screws. I'm going to take the screws out gently. We actually have a washer behind us, behind the screw there, so we don't want to lose the washer or the little machine screw. Rolls-Royce, they all use machine screws. Very rarely, if any, you're going to see any wood screws. They're mostly all machine. That's why these fine automobiles are built the way they are, and they last short of getting in an accident and destroying it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out, and as you can see, pull the plug right off the back. As you can see, the difference between the connectors, how that one is worn down and how we have so much more on this one. So we can see now exactly what we're going to be dealing with. So we're going to set this old one aside. We're going to go ahead and we're going to connect. We're going to connect it back into the terminal here. Now, if we had to go further, we could actually take these 3 screws out, take the nut down in here, and actually with our knees back here, tap on that and the steering wheel would come off, but we don't need to go down into that because this is as far as we need to go to replace this particular unit. So now we're going to stick this back on. We're going to take our screws. We're going to carefully put them back in. We want to make sure they don't fall, and you don't want to lose those machine screws. It's better if you have small fingers in order to put those in there. So I'm going to try to get that in just like that. Once they go in, it makes it a lot easier. Right now, we're having a little problem. We'll get it in. Just like that. Thread that in there a little bit long, a little deeper, just to get it situated. Just like that. Second screw. Now, we've done several videos, speedometer repair. A lot of times the odometer stops working and it needs a gear replaced in there. You can call a couple of the speed shops, speedometer repairs. There's one in Fort Lauderdale. They're going to charge you about $350, $400 to replace that. I actually did the video. You can order the gear online, and if you watch the tutorial video, you can actually do it yourself. It's not that difficult. That's only if the speedometer fails to register on the odometer. We actually also done the AC unit, the power steering compressor. The AC compressor is actually a General Motors unit. Many of the General Motors parts are on Rolls-Royce. The transmission is actually a Turbo 400 with the electrics put on for the Rolls-Royce shifting unit. The power steering pump is actually a General Motors power steering pump. The steering rack, that's a special unit that has to actually be sent out and rebuilt if that starts to leak. Brake accumulators, the spheres, we actually were able to dismantle those and rebuild those as well, along with the locks, the ignition switches, the door switches, the door locks, and stuff like that. This unit can come out and an actual key made for it. We actually did a video on that as well. All right, so we actually put this back together. Now we're going to use the new horn pad along with the spring that came with us today. And all you do is you just put, as a matter of fact, the horn pad actually just has a little grease on there, which once it goes in, it sits down and slides on that spear. So we're actually going to put that back in there just like that. Pap it in, and there it goes. We will actually, now we are complete. I'll actually get the key, and we'll make sure that it works. Put the key in there. And there it is. Works as good as new. So apparently, as I deduced, the fact is that piece was so worn out that it wasn't making contact with the horn pad. So we are complete. The job is done. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions or any comments on any type of Rolls-Royce or Bentley, we do actually have information on the Silver Cloud, the Silver Shadow, the Silver Wraith, Corniche convertibles. We also have the Silver Spirit and the Silver Spur on top of the Bentley models of that particular year. We don't do the new Phantoms or the new Wraiths, but the classic Rolls-Royce and Bentley from 67, or we can even go back to 61 or 58 to the Silver Cloud. So any questions, don't feel free to give me a call, 561-693-8636, or go to my website, and we will take care of that for you as well. Any questions or comments, we would appreciate it. Pick up the phone and call me now. Thank you for watching.